It's becoming impossible to ignore. Kendrick Lamar isn't just winning. He's redefining what power in hip-hop looks like. Every night, stadiums explode with energy while his rivals quietly grind their teeth in frustration. From Drake to every rapper who rode the wave of his era, the envy toward Kendrick is spreading fast. And it's ugly. They can't handle that one man is doing what entire labels couldn't. Holding down the crown through talent, not gimmicks. What's happening right now feels bigger than a rap beef. It's a full-blown shift in culture. You can hear it in the whispers, in the lyrics, in the nervous interviews. Rappers who once mocked conscious rap now look lost while Kendrick's tour turns into a global takeover. Drake and his circle might act unbothered, but their silence screams louder than words. Deep down, they know they've never been more jealous of a rapper in their lives. From the charts to the trophies to the roar of sold-out arenas, Kendrick is dismantling the illusion that clout equals greatness. And this Grand National Tour, it's already legendary. And we're only a few shows in. Each performance feels like a warning shot to the entire industry. Kendrick isn't slowing down. He's speeding up. So, hit that like and subscribe. It helps a ton because the rap world's about to witness a meltdown like never before. With every verse, every crowd, every headline, Kendrick's making history, and the rest of hip-hop can only watch in disbelief. At this point, it's undeniable. Kendrick Lamar has elevated rap into a whole new league. His impact is massive, turning hip-hop into stadium-level art, something that once felt impossible. The Grand National Tour isn't just a series of concerts. It's a statement, a cultural earthquake, shaking the entire industry. Each city he touches feels the shift, proving that rap can be more than club anthems or streaming hits. It can be a global movement that fills arenas and silences doubters. But here's where things get dark. Behind the flashing lights and sold-out shows, there's a rising bitterness from the usual suspects. Drake, his OVO circle, and even some rappers you'd never expect are quietly uniting under one emotion, resentment. It's not just about competition anymore. It's about survival. They see Kendrick breaking every boundary they thought they owned, and it's eating them alive. These artists, who once symbolized the flashy, hollow era of hip-hop, are now scrambling for relevance while Kendrick keeps winning without even acknowledging them. What's wild is that this isn't just a Drake problem anymore. It's turning into an industry-wide resistance. Whispers, alliances, secret group chats. Yeah, it's all happening. Some of the same rappers who bragged about being untouchable are now plotting together, trying to stop Kendrick's rise because deep down they know they can't handle him alone. And to make it worse, his deals with Chanel and Gatorade push them over the edge. That's luxury, power, and respect all rolled into one. It's got the rap scene in chaos watching their worst fear unfold. Kendrick Lamar becoming unstoppable while their envy becomes public. Things really took a wild turn when one guy decided to run his mouth a little too much. None other than DJ Akademiks. Right before Kendrick's Grand National Tour kicked off, AK claimed he'd been talking to industry friends, rappers he's close with, and the stories he dropped were pure chaos. He name-dropped big ones, too. 21 Savage, Young Boy, Lil Yachty, and of course, Drake and the whole OO crew. According to him, the word going around behind the scenes is that a lot of these rappers are furious with Kendrick Lamar. Like genuinely angry. And get this, AK said they actually believe Kendrick ruined hip-hop. Yeah, you heard that right. Because apparently when Kendrick dropped his recent albums and raised the bar, he made fans start paying attention again, reading lyrics, analyzing verses, and expecting meaning instead of mindless hooks. These dudes hate that listeners now want depth, emotion, and thought instead of catchy filler. It's insane. They're mad because people want good music. Again, I tried to frame it like it made sense, as if we're supposed to agree with these complaints. But honestly, it's hilarious. The very rappers crying about Kendrick's influence are the ones who turned hip-hop into a fast food product. Quick hits, no flavor, and no soul. Now that Kendrick's reignited the hunger for real storytelling and lyricism, they're exposed. What's even funnier is that they don't realize they're proving Kendrick's point just by being upset. Their frustration shows who really carries weight in the game right now. Kendrick didn't ruin hip-hop. He saved it from collapsing under laziness and ego. And the fact that these artists are gossiping to Akademiks about it, that's the biggest punchline of all. The king didn't even need to respond. He just made rap meaningful again. And that alone has the whole industry panicking. Now the cracks are showing everywhere. After Akademiks started spilling what rappers were saying behind the scenes, some of the biggest names from the Drake era couldn't hide their feelings anymore. These are the same guys who once ruled the charts by recycling the same sound over and over again. And now that Kendrick Lamar is redefining the whole genre, they're suddenly acting defensive. Take Lil Baby for example. He flat out admitted he doesn't like the kind of hip-hop Kendrick represents. Like depth, storytelling, and substance somehow became a bad thing. That says a lot about where some of these rappers' heads are at. Then you've got Young Thug, who tried to dodge the whole conversation entirely. When asked about Kendrick and the Not Like Us moment, Thug brushed it off saying his team Drake and didn't even know what Kendrick was talking about. Really? That's wild because everyone else in the world knew exactly what Kendrick was saying. But the story doesn't stop there. Thug later gave another interview where he said, "Now it's just like quick, we got to get back to making movies. It was just a big wave of nothingness running the game." That one line says it all. The same artist who once pushed hollow trends are now realizing how empty the game became under their watch. And the irony, Kendrick's the one who brought back meaning, yet they're still trying to pretend he's the problem. The double standard is unreal. When Drake and OO were controlling the charts, these guys praised every move, every collab, every recycled beat. But now that Kendrick's leading the culture forward, suddenly everyone's uncomfortable. They act strange, distant, and full of excuses. Whenever his name comes up, it's jealousy in plain sight. Between Akademiks leaks, Lil Baby's dismissive takes, and Thug's half-hearted support for Drake, it's obvious there's a silent war happening in rap. And the truth is, a lot of these rappers aren't mad at Kendrick's success. They're mad he reminded everyone what real artistry looks like. When you really stop and look at what's happening, it's clear as day. This silence in hip-hop isn't random. Outside of Kendrick Lamar and maybe Drake trying to keep up, the entire rap scene feels stuck. Like everyone's too scared to drop music. And that's because ever since their beef ended and Kendrick flipped the game on its head, every rapper who coasted on mediocrity has been exposed. Kendrick didn't just win the beef. He raised the standard so high that half the industry doesn't know how to respond. It's wild to watch. Rappers are echoing Drake's talking points, claiming Kendrick ruined hip-hop while quietly avoiding the real truth. He made them irrelevant. He showed that artistry, depth, and creativity still matter. And he's proving you can dominate the charts without selling out. That's what's breaking them. Behind the scenes, the panic is real. These artists are realizing that the formula they relied on, the same tired beats, the same lazy lyrics, no longer works. Fans want something real again, and Kendrick gave it to them. Look around. The ones who built their fame during Drake's glossy, influencer-driven era are now fumbling hard. Their releases don't stick. Their buzz dies instantly, and their excuses are louder than their music. Even the heavyweights like Lil Baby and Lil Durk tried to push out new projects this year, but the results were embarrassing. Career low numbers, no replay value, and no real conversation around them. Their names fade faster than their singles climb the charts. It's not even that their music got worse. It's that audiences woke up. People have realized they don't have to settle for fast food rap when someone like Kendrick is serving full-course art. That's why the industry feels quiet, because the noisemakers don't know how to compete anymore. The game changed and Kendrick's the reason everyone's suddenly speechless. Here's where things start getting downright ridiculous. The same rappers who've been crying about how rap is in a bad place are blaming Kendrick Lamar for it, as if he broke the genre. But let's be real, he didn't ruin hip-hop, he ruined their hustle. These guys built their careers dropping half-baked albums, recycling the same lyrics, and fooling fans into thinking it was genius. Kendrick simply came in, raised the bar, and exposed how lazy the game had gotten. Think about it. Their complaints aren't about the culture. They're about losing comfort. When they say Kendrick ruined hip-hop, what they really mean is he made us work again. Before this shift, rap was coasting on autopilot. Copy-paste beats, trend-hopping lyrics, and empty flexing. The art form had become a parody of itself. Nobody cared about message or meaning, just algorithms and aesthetics. And Kendrick shattered that illusion with one tour, one verse, one vision that reminded everyone what greatness sounds like. Now those same rappers are scrambling to spin a new narrative, trying to convince the public that the genre is struggling when the truth is they're the ones struggling. Kendrick didn't kill hip-hop. He brought it back to life and they can't keep up. The industry is changing. The fans are evolving. And mediocrity doesn't sell anymore. It's almost poetic, really. The same rappers who mocked artistry are now begging for streams while pretending Kendrick is the problem. Before this beef, the game was running on fumes driven by hype, not heart. But Kendrick forced the reset. He made authenticity cool again. And for the ones who thrived in that empty era, it's over. Their reign ended the moment real rap made its comeback. When you step back and really look at it, everything starts to click. Of course, they're mad at Kendrick Lamar. He didn't just outshine them. He exposed how complacent they'd become. He forced an entire generation of rappers to actually try again. And that's exactly why so many of them can't stand him. The game used to reward repetition. Same flows, same beats, same fake hype. And now Kendrick's success has shattered that formula into dust. It's crazy how much hip-hop has slowed down since he ended the grift era. We're halfway through the year, and outside of a few scattered releases, the genre feels frozen. The so-called heavyweights are quiet, confused, and unsure how to move in a world where effort actually matters. Again, Kendrick's not slowing down. His tour, his influence, his wins, they're stacking higher by the week. Meanwhile, the rest of the industry stuck in identity crisis mode. Still mourning the Drake era like it was some golden age. And that's the big question now. What's next for these rappers who keep whining instead of evolving? Are they going to keep running to interviews to vent about how different things feel? Keep relying on gimmicks and recycled formulas to stay relevant? Or are they finally going to put in the work and make music worth talking about again? Because so far, the results speak for themselves. Every artist who thrived under Drake's blueprint, who once dominated with predictable albums and the same 5 features, has tried to repeat the formula, and every single one has flopped. They're dropping the same projects with slightly new covers, hoping fans won't notice it's just a worse version of the same thing. Meanwhile, Kendrick's out here evolving like hip-hop's final boss, raising the bar, reshaping the sound, and making the rest of them look outdated in real time. And if this pattern keeps going, it won't just be the Drake era that's over. It'll be the entire era of effortless rap. At this point, it's obvious the crew of mid-level rappers still holding grudges against Kendrick Lamar aren't fooling anyone. Their fake confidence and recycled interviews are just noise. All this talk about turning things around or bringing real hip-hop back is pure bluff. They don't have the talent or the vision to pull it off. Their bitterness isn't about the state of rap. It's about the fact that Kendrick's success reminds them of everything they aren't. If these guys were really about the art, they'd stop whining and start creating. Nobody who truly cares about their craft wastes time blaming someone else for raising the standard. Kendrick didn't ruin hip-hop. He ruined their comfort zone. He made people care again. Care about lyrics, meaning, and musical identity. That's what bothers them. Fans now expect more than just auto-tune mumbling and predictable punchlines. And instead of evolving, these rappers are pouting like the game owes them something. And Kendrick warned them, didn't he? He told us the party was over. The fake fun, the lazy albums, the shallow flexes. It all ended when GNX dropped. Now he's out here stacking wins, selling out stadiums, and watching the vultures scatter one by one. The higher he climbs, the louder the complaints get. But that's what happens when real talent walks into a room full of pretenders. What we're witnessing now is jealousy on full display. Every time Kendrick levels up, more rappers crumble under the weight of their own insecurity. They're not mad because he changed the game. They're mad because they can't keep up. And that's exactly why this run had to happen. The fans are watching history unfold. And Kendrick, he's just coasting, focused, fearless, and far ahead of anyone who thought they could catch him. I can't wait to hear what you think about all this. Do you think this jealousy will ever die down, or is Kendrick just going to keep making them crumble? Drop your thoughts below. And if you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps a ton. And I'll see you on the next one, where even Drake's got to face the truth. Kendrick's already too far gone.